On rustica.fr, here are some tasks to do in your garden in October. Take advantage of October to remove broadleaf plants and weeds like thistles from your lawn. If there is a thistle, take your knife, cut it, and the grass will take its place. Keep the daisies if you like daisies. Anyway, they are very decorative. In the spring, they will even survive this winter. You also have broadleaf plantain. Remove them with your knife. And most importantly, make sure to remove the dandelions. A few dandelions in the fall, in the spring, once they start to bloom, you'll have a lot of them on your lawn. Here's what you need to do on your lawn. Take advantage, since you are already on your knees, to sow some crocus bulbs to plant them and have a beautiful bloom in the spring. In October, the pond begins to rest. You have stopped your pump, no more water circulation, and what is important is to remove all the dead leaves that fall on the surface. These dead leaves are likely to cause sludge, exacerbate the sludge phenomenon, and turn the water. So remove them as you go. Don't wait for them to decompose at the bottom of the water. Take advantage of October to plant short day plants, those that bloom when the nights are longer than the days, like asters, chrysanthemums, or sedum, to get a beautiful garden at a lower cost. Now is the time to propagate your spring flowering perennials. Save money too. If you planted dahlias, gladioli, or cannas this year, now is the time to dig them up and protect them from frost. Since the soil is still warm in October, without delay, plant all your evergreen foliage, that is conifers, aucubas, laurels, all the plants that keep their leaves during the winter. In the vegetable garden, October is for cleaning. You absolutely need to remove all unwanted roots. If you have turned over and tilled your soil, take advantage of it to redo your edges along the paths. This is the time to harvest your carrots, red beets and celery. And if you don't have a cellar, here's a tip. Use a washing machine drum to store them. Be careful. You are not safe from a morning frost. The chicory escaroles or curly endives might get a bit of frost damage. It is wiser to give them some protection, even a winter cover. And if your leeks are affected by the leek moth, that notorious fly that lays eggs on the leaves and gnaws the stem during the winter, a piece of advice: cut them in October, 2 or 3 centimeters from the ground, and this will allow you to both eat its shoots, meaning they are edible. You can put them in the freezer, make them into a creamy soup, and anyway, your leeks will regrow from the base, and if they are still there, you cut them and continue eating leeks. If you're still harvesting raspberries from your ever-bearing varieties right now, know that this is the right time for planting. So plant raspberry bushes grown in pots or containers, which you can easily find in garden centers. Raspberries, currants, josterberries, blackberries, this is the right time for planting. And speaking of planting, it is still too early to plant bare roots. Don't hesitate to dig holes now to prepare your planting holes, especially for your fruit trees. If you are lucky enough to have a greenhouse, there's no need to persist with the few tomatoes left inside. They will spread diseases. Instead, do a thorough cleaning right now. Remove absolutely everything as much as possible. Disinfect, perhaps with sulfur, so that you can bring your Mediterranean plants indoors. Above all, don't leave your plants outside in October. They need to find warmth. Your warmth from your veranda or a beautiful bay window. So when you bring your plants inside, make sure to check the leaves for aphids and mites. Also, don't hesitate to visit our website, rustica.fr. You'll find more gardening tips there. And every week in our editorial,